Hey there, all my little peeps. Angel of the Dawn back with another message. This is going to be a little different. I'm actually going to do 3 cards for each party. I'm going to do 3 for the Divine Feminine, 3 for the Divine Masculine, and 3 for the karmic partner in this situation. And it'll be 3 cards spiritually, mentally, and emotionally will be the 3 cards for each. And so we'll see how this works out. It was something that just came to me, so thought I would try it out. Alright, this is going to be the Divine Feminine. And we want 3 cards, please, universe. First card being for spirituality, or spiritually. Second card being for mentally. And third card being for emotionally. Alright. Divine Feminine, 1 card for where she is at spiritually. That's a lot of not 1 cards here, or a lot of 1 cards. That's no bueno, universe. Just 1 for spirituality. Or you can give all 3. It doesn't matter. Just not like a stack, please. Just 3. Please, 3. Alright, Divine Feminine. Jeez. I don't know what that's all about. They just keep falling out. Sometimes when I do that, I really feel like there's major energy changes going on. So maybe I should say during this full moon eclipse, spiritually, Chariot in reverse. So maybe the Divine Feminines feel like they're not moving forward. Got the 10 of Cups in the mentally. So maybe not moving forward in the spiritual connection. Emotionally. Mentally, you know, thinking about this 10 of Cups, but not seeing any progress in the spiritual for this divine connection. Man, I'm not taking that. We've got the Emperor in reverse. What is that? Yeah, the 2 of Cups in reverse. I'm not taking that, but I do feel like that, like emotionally, I feel like you're giving up control of the outcome of this situation, or giving up the thought of how this is going to turn out, or if this is going to turn out. Because right now you're not seeing any movement in the spiritual. So basically you're kind of just shutting your emotions off to this situation. Like, I don't feel like you're like mad or angry or anything like that. I feel like you're still sending love. You're still sending love. And you're just not letting this affect you in your decisions. That's the bottom of the deck, is the 2 of Wands. So that's Divine Feminine. All right, 3 for the Divine Masculine. Yep, I almost did that. 3 for the Divine Masculine, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. And I also feel like you're, willingly relinquishing control of the situation. I feel like it's also this 2 of Wands. I feel like this is balance within yourself. Kind of the yin and the yang, the masculine and the feminine. Yeah, the 3 of Wands is underneath that with the Wheel of Fortune underneath that. So, seeing new paths for yourself, seeing new roads to travel, seeing just, I feel like a whole lot of newness. There's a whole lot of newness for the beginning of this year for the Divine Feminines. A lot of big changes, I feel like. And I feel like this is because she's become balanced in a lot of ways. All right, 3 for the Divine Masculine for how these full moon eclipse energies may be affecting their spirituality, thoughts and emotions, mental and emotional. All right, 3 for the Divine Masculine, please. Universe, 3. Got the Empress in reverse. That's funny because the Divine Feminine has the Emperor in reverse. Spiritually, the Divine Masculine, they're not feeling connected to the Divine Feminine right now. I feel like because the Divine Feminine has detached, in a lot of ways from the situation, definitely emotionally. Like, there's still thoughts that, maybe things might become, clear or move forward in some way. But right now, they're just not seeing any forward movement. So, they're just, detaching from the situation emotionally. And the Divine Masculine can really feel that. Energetically, spiritually, that is being felt. The moon is where the Divine Masculines are at mentally. So I feel like that is definitely, that could either be like them not admitting that they can feel the spiritual disconnect and the energetic disconnect. It could be them not admitting that. It could be them denying the connection, the spiritual connection with the Divine Feminine, fighting it even. I'm not taking both of those. I will note that we do have the Magician, but it was on top. So the 7 of Swords is the one I'm taking because it was on bottom. So the Magician, trying to manifest something different, I feel like. But here with the 7 of Swords in reverse, I feel like emotionally they have been trying to escape. And I feel like that's where this, because I feel like this is like self-deception even. Lies that, the Divine Masculines have been telling themselves, and which has helped create this disconnect from the Divine Feminines. And I feel like the Divine Masculines are coming to terms with that. Like, they realize emotionally that they snuck away first. Like, they were trying to get away with something, or, just trying to see if the grass was greener on the other side, or something to that effect. But they're realizing emotionally that, that's not that's not what they want. They're realizing that they've been lying to themselves and, you know, kind of creating blockages toward this union based on fear, based on programming, belief systems, traditions, whatever. And the bottom of the deck for the overall, for the Divine Masculines, is the Four of Cups in reverse. So I really feel like the Divine Masculines are going through a period of opening up to the universe. Like, if they didn't feel energy before, or if they weren't in touch with their intuition, or, you know, in tune with their spirituality, I feel like that is something that is happening. Either it's been happening, well, obviously I'm sure it's been happening, but I feel like this energy for this new moon, not new moon, full moon, and lunar eclipse is like a big power punch. Just like I kind of feel like there was a big power punch when we had the partial solar eclipse. I think it was back on the 6th with the new moon. I really think that there was a big shift then in the energies and a big clearing in blockages and realizations that were had. And I feel like this one coming up, though, is, I feel like it's at least 10 times more transformative. Like, if this don't just wipe out the negativity and the lower vibrations, it will be so damn close. Because I feel like this is just like, for all of us, it's just kind of like, it's funny, I'm seeing like a baby bottle and a bottle brush going in, you know, and just really digging in and getting out all of the little particles that may be left behind from like milk sitting in it for a day or so, you know, where it kind of sits on the sides and stuff and down in the bottom. But yeah, a baby bottle brush in a baby bottle. So, and I don't know if that has significance for someone. The fact that a baby bottle and baby bottle brush come up, that has kind of been a theme, that I've been getting like the last 2 days. Anyways, I've been waiting to see how that pans out. But this will be for the karmic in this situation. Spiritual, mental, emotional. The Fool in reverse. And it says faulty choice. Now this is spiritual. Bad decision, apathy, hesitation, indecision, failure to diligently proceed, ignoring opportunities, shyness. So I feel like spiritually, she's coming to terms with what this is, but at the same time, she's still not wanting to let it go. But she's realizing, like, again, everybody's coming to a whole lot of realizations about a whole lot of things. And I don't feel like the karmics in these situations are any different. Mentally, she's still got the King of Cups on her mind. So yeah, she's still trying to hold on. Responsibility and creativity, learned person, professional, businessman, lawyer, religious person, scientist, artist, a considerate person, generosity. So mentally, I feel like she's still holding on to the divine masculine and this ideal of what she thought things were going to be if this full energy was in the upright. Yeah, and the high priestess is in the emotional. So, let's see, wisdom, sound judgment, serene knowledge, common sense, penetration, education, hidden emotion, practical person, analytical, frequently too restrained. So I feel like with this, the karmic is, you know, emotionally, basically she's keeping, you know, she's trying not to rock the boat. I feel like she realizes that she's rocked the boat so much in the recent past that the divine masculines has disconnected emotionally. And again, if that, yeah, I'm not sure, because I've not really felt an emotional connection really with the divine masculines and these karmics. But this is in her emotional, so she's been emotionally invested, I feel like. And okay, that's what I'm getting. She feels like she knows best. Emotionally, she feels like she knows best. She feels like, she's hanging on to the fact that she still thinks that the divine masculine, what's her, yeah, Six of Wands in reverse. Indefinite delay, fear, apprehension, disloyalty, superficial benefit, inclusive gain, short-lived status. That's the overall energy. This is something that, and it's in, you know, that's in reverse, or the Six of Wands is in reverse. I feel like she is hanging on for, to continue to delay this reunion between the divine masculine and the divine feminine. I actually did a karmic video the other day, and it said, are they going to be petty or are they going to be mature? And I feel like in this situation, somebody chose to be petty, or they're still choosing to be petty. Like they're still not seeing the signs, not really listening to their intuition, still wanting it to be something that it's not. It's not this new foundation and start that they thought it was going to be. And I feel like, yeah, not manifesting. The Magician's underneath that. This really trying to manifest this situation, but just not, you can't manifest something that's not meant to be. The only thing you can do is keep bringing it down into a lower and lower vibration, because the longer that we push for something that is not on our divine path, the more toxic it becomes. And it doesn't matter what it is. If it's not on our divine path and we continue to push forward towards it, it gets more and more toxic. That's just, I think that's like a law of the universe somehow. So that's something that is going to be a karmic lesson for the karmic. Like that's something that she is going to have to realize, probably in some profound, unnecessary way, if they would just, you know, quit trying to hold on now. But just like the divine masculines, I feel like they've been going through, well, all of us, the way that I've got this set up, it's kind of like how we're all learning our lessons. Like the divine feminine has learned lessons about how she shouldn't and shouldn't deal with the divine masculine, and things she, you know, can no longer tolerate, and that, you know, if he's going to stay in certain behavior, like over here in this toxicity, then, you know, she's moving forward because she don't see forward movement with him. And then over here, we've got the divine masculine realizing where he wants to be, and how, you know, things that, thoughts, feelings, and beliefs that he has clung on to, has created this situation. And he's starting to realize, you know, that it's like a toxic situation, something to, you know, move away from. And not wanting to continue to distance himself from the divine feminine, because he's feeling the distance grow. He's not feeling the connection, because it's but a string now. It's unconditional love, but it's not entanglement and involvement. You know, the divine feminine's not sending out her energy in order to like protect and encompass and encase the divine masculine anymore. And I feel like a lot of us were doing that, you know, in the recent past even, trying to help the divine masculines heal, but inadvertently, even at a energetic level, I feel like we were doing them a disservice by not letting them stand in their own energy and their own power, in order for them to realize that they do have it, that they don't have to rely on the divine feminines for their strength and power. Because I also feel like in some situations, mine included, that has created a power struggle. You know, the divine feminines energetically and spiritually has always kind of been the knight in shining armor on the white horse. We've always come in and energetically and spiritually, you know, saved and protected the divine masculine. And it's like, because of that, we were enabling them to not stand in their own spiritual strength and power, and in their own truth. So I feel like, you know, by detaching our energy and allowing them to take their lessons and figure out, you know, what is what, you know, discerning their own emotions, because they're empaths too, whether they want to admit it, or I feel like they are. There's some kind of, you know, gifted psychic intuitive in some way, I believe. Because as light workers, I feel like that's just a thing. Like somehow we're all just kind of in tune. It's in different ways, but there's a lot of similarities at the same time. But anyways, the divine masculines have to figure out for themselves that they are that person. They do have that power, that strength, those abilities. But I feel like if they've got some like deep wounds of like almost like self-loathing and confidence issues, not feeling worthy, because in some ways I feel like, you know, the divine masculines put the divine feminines up on a pedestal, but in some ways, even in that same grouping, I feel like there is the yang of that, or the yin of that, whatever the balance is of that, that is, you know, some jealousy and envy and things like that, the lower level vibrations that has resulted in this. Because I honestly have felt for a long time like this situation was almost like a full-on, almost like an attack on the divine feminines, in order to lower her vibration. And I say that just based on cycles that I've been through in my own journey. And it may not be a conscious thing on the divine masculine's part, or even on the divine masculine's part. And it may not be a conscious thing on the karmic's part. But I feel like there is underlying energies that continuously, you know, because if you can prevent the divine feminine from moving forward, ultimately I feel like that kind of stops a lot of the progress. Because I've always felt like the divine feminines are the ones, you know, standing in front with that scythe, clearing the way in this situation. And so if you can halt the divine feminines in their progress, that halts all of this. This all stays back a level or 2 levels or whatever, you know, energetically it just doesn't progress. And so therefore this toxicity just tends to grow. So, but now the divine feminines, they're releasing this, you know, bond and baggage that the divine masculines has created into their energetic field. She's releasing that. So as long as he's attached to that, she's no longer attached to him in that way. And so she's just kind of moving on doing her own thing, because she don't see this being let go of or relinquished, and it's just getting more and more toxic. And so yeah, that's what I've got on that. That kind of went way longer than I expected. 3 cards each to go. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do an extended on this. And I'm going to do it just like this. But I'm going to do a whole new spread. And do ask for energies after this new moon, or that's the second time I said that, this full moon and this total lunar eclipse. And it's a possibility that I've said the new moon twice because there could be some major energetic changes that are activated, like Sunday, Monday, the 21st, and then really take root and show in the 3D in, or on the new moon in February. So, I don't know. Because I always think that things are said for a reason, that they don't just, especially during these videos, I feel like if something's said, there's usually a reason for it coming out. So, that's for everybody else to decide for themselves. Anyways, that's what I've got. If you guys like my videos, oh, I am going to do an extended. Now, I was doing that. I'm going to do an extended. That'll be available for $4.44. I'll do it right after this. So the energies, you know, I'll still be picking up on each individual's energies, but we're going to move it on to the after the full moon energies and see where this is headed. See if these full moons really make a transition in, you know, the thoughts, feelings, and actions, and spirituality, spiritual connections, and these things. So that'll be available for $4.44. Information is down below. If you guys like my videos, please like, share, subscribe, comment. If you guys are interested in a private reading, I think I might make this a paid personal reading too, because I like this layout. I don't know. I'll think about that and, you know, think about what the fee will be on that and see. Keep an eye on the description box below if you're interested to see if this pops up in there. But there will be an extended for now. I'll do that here just shortly. And if you guys are interested in any of the other services that I offer or just want to do an energy exchange donation because you dig my videos and you get something out of it, totally accepted and appreciated. And this is Angel of the Dawn saying peace, love, and light out. Until next time.